With the recovery of 2 more bodies from the Indravati river on Wednesday, the number of Maoists killed in 2 encounters in Maharashtra's Red Corridor, Gadchiroli, since Sunday has gone up to 39. This seems to be one of the most successful operations by the forces. And joining us for more on this is my colleague Saurabh Gupta. Now, Saurabh, how was this operation conducted? What was the intelligence to this? Because clearly it seems to be an extremely successful and planned the thing that's taken place.
Well, if you speak to the top officers of the C-60 commandos or those who are involved in anti-Naxal operations in Maharashtra, they will tell you that it is, of course, due to the kind of intelligence they received, and this intelligence helped them in planning the operation, and that's why they received this kind of success. That's what they will tell you. Now, the C-60 commandos, the anti-Naxal force in Gadchiroli, already had information and intelligence that there were Naxals meeting, and that there were going to be top commanders of the Naxals also who were going to be present in this meeting. Where, how many people, what kind of weapons they had was something that they were still trying to gather information on. Now, while they were doing this on Sunday morning, they received an intelligence input that breakfast had been ordered for 50 to 60 people. And this, of course, led them not just to an idea of how many Naxals were there, but also where the venue of this meeting would be. Now, all of this, all of this helped them in establishing an idea of what kind of weapons they would need, how many forces would be required, and how they would go about the operation. They decided to engage with the Naxals who had gathered a little after 10:30, and then, of course, it carried on for 4 hours. Once the Maoists had been engaged with, they opened fire in desperation. The cops also opened fire. The cops knew they had managed to eliminate most of these Maoists, but they could account for only 11 bodies. So they launched a search operation, and they realized that many of the Naxals had attempted to escape into Chhattisgarh by crossing the Indravati river. The search operations continued the next day, and the police found 15 more bodies in the Indravati river, and that's when they realized that this had been indeed a very, very successful and a major operation against Naxals in Maharashtra. Top leadership almost wiped out in certain areas of the Naxal movement. And also the police say that they had superior weapons, planning, intelligence that helped them conduct the operation, and it was the on-field patrolling by these C-60 commandos that helped the police gather the kind of intelligence that was needed to actually gain the success they got in Sunday's operation against Naxals. The search operations are still on, as the police believe some of those who were injured may have slipped into Chhattisgarh for treatment. But this, of course, remains one of Maharashtra's most successful anti-Naxal operations.